this?
Yay!
And I'm riding through Madison from home, and I'm down. I come up to the corner of Waterbury Avenue and Liberty Street. Most of you know where that is, right over here where you make the turn after you come off the beach. And I'm leaning in, I'm standing on a bike in the shade, and my foot is up on the berm, and I'm taking a break, and I'm deciding whether I'm going to go to Ham and Acid or not, or go home. And you know, I'm drenched, and on that kind of midday, and here comes this guy around the corner, and he stops in front of me. And I look at him, he's writing something on a piece of paper that's attached to his handlebars. And so I'm checking out, you know, like, you know, you always do when you see another rider you don't know. See him with his high white socks on, black sneakers, his baggy shorts, and an undershirt, okay, drenched. He's got crud all over his bicycle. To hold the other parts of the chain ring together are rusted. And I'm looking at it, but it's a waterproof. Now, I'm saying, something doesn't match here. You know? Something doesn't fit. I said, no casual rider goes out and goes through the aggravation of getting a waterproof. And I'm going down into Ham and Acid, and I start pumping. You know, I start pumping away. And he's behind me. I'm looking. He's right there, right on my tail, all the way out. And I said, who the hell is this guy? You know, he looks like he, you know, should be in a rocking chair someplace. And so I get about midway on that long flat stretch that goes along the beach there, and I start to slow down a little bit because I'm getting a little winded. And he says, "Doing good, kid. Keep it up." You know. And he starts telling me about the bike group, and about Sonia, and about Ann, how they ride on Wednesdays, and a little bit about that, and the fact that Vic is going to retire and very shortly, and blah blah blah. And he said, you know, you ought to think about joining the bike group. Try it, you know, see if it fits you, you know. And so he says, you got an email, and I said, I got a computer. I don't know if I have email or not. You know? So he takes my address down and my telephone number, and a week later I get this package about 4 pounds, you know, with this stuff. And that was the beginning of it. And you know, it's 10 years ago, and I have never had so much fun with all you people. Enjoyed it so much as I have with this group. It's been the best part of my whole life, and I really appreciate what Don has done for us and for me specifically. And I really appreciate it.
Or some of you probably don't. That Don spent about 4 hours or more of his birthday with me in the emergency room this Wednesday. So that was his way to celebrate his birthday, was to hold my hand while I was in the Guilford Medical Center, and then afterwards, when I was transferred to New Haven, he came over there and saw me, and of course he saw Sonia too, and this was the way he celebrated his birthday this year. Thanks, Don.
It doesn't surprise me.
When I started riding, I was AMC. Don was leading a ride one day, and he said, "Geez, you're a pretty good rider." He said, "We're starting a bootleg group." Didn't know what that meant. I thought maybe there was booze involved. You know, got to meet Don and Doug and Jay, and it was really great. And but we had all these rides that were starting to pile up. And Don would open his trunk, and there'd be, you know, papers, and handing them out, and the whole thing. And he's like, "Well, yeah, we got to come up with some way to organize it." So the first thought was, well, maybe what we should do is take all these rides and put them on CD for people. I said, I could burn the CDs. Done, and now all those papers won't be there. You could just have a pile of CDs and you can hand them to people, and they can take them home, and you could just email what the rides are. And then we thought about it, and we bounced it off Doug, and that wasn't going to work. And then we said, well, maybe we could put a website together where people can go and just download the ride. How many years of topoing the rides? 3 years of riding all the rides? still doing it. So, still doing it. So, about 2005, we spent the winter just working with a friend of mine who's a developer. And after having all this information and compiling it, and then starting to make it work, and Vic acted as our beta tester. We'd come up with something, and we'd send it over to Vic because we needed somebody who was, non-partial. Because we would oftentimes not argue, but we'd have discussions, Doug, myself, and Don, about. We put it up, and that with very few kinks actually in the system since then. We started with what, 320 rides, 250 rides, and now we're 450.
Decide if it's Kathleen, Mark, or myself, but to the octogenarian. Did I say that right? Someone, let's see, who probably determine who chose the word out of the three of us. Outdoorsy, a little cantankerous, timely, ageless, a gentleman. So we just wanted to give you a few things that I think will add to your longevity along the road because they seem to work. So we have a card for you, and you probably will just want to take
No
a
money. Because
You guys shouldn't have done
socks. It's white socks.
Oh, I got some new tires. Oh, look at this. A bag full of Keebler's peanut butter crackers. My favorite. Oh, and look at this. 80 kids. 80 kids. Oh, no.
I'm not going to say anything nice, Don, because I've told you many, many times, when I grow up, I want to be just like you. Sonia and I went to China this summer, as you all know. You may not know, we went there looking for a gift for Don for his birthday. When we saw this, Sonia said, we should buy that for Don for his birthday. So I went over and checked the price, and it was $100, and we decided we would wait. Maybe we could try to give me an argument, and I'm taking out the money. I pulled out $30, and by this time she knew she lost the case. She took the case and she went like this. She sighed and she gave me the thing. And here it is. It's stuck in there. You ever have it in it? It has a. They call him Don, the ever-ready cyclist.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh wow.
Looks just like me.
Don, I want to go for a ride.
He's even got white socks.
Maybe we should get you some shin guards to go.
Jeez, you guys. I don't deserve all this. I really
I can
don't.
take the tire. The tires will fit my bike.
Stunned and speechless.
I'll take.
Thank you all so much.
I like
You know,
peanut butter
just
crackers.
a special group. And what can I say? You know, it's, when I'm gone, then you guys can continue, and that'll be my legacy.
Not many of us will be.